Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Eddie.
And we are the Adby twins,
owners of Train with Adby Gym here in Stockport.
Eddie's outgoing, loud, confident, energetic, bit crazy. He's a lot of fun. He seems to give a lot of people the belief that they can achieve anything in fitness, whether it's somebody completely new, never been in a gym before, or someone advanced. Eddie can push them to their limits and make them achieve their goals.
John's personality, he's also outgoing, fun to be around, uplifting, can be very intense at times because he likes things done a certain way. Perfectionist, always hair looking on point. He's very detailed. If it's their goal and it means a lot to them, then John takes that responsibility as well, and it means a lot to him. He'll do anything to make sure that they can achieve that goal. He demands high standards, which he shows himself in his training, and demands that his clients give the same. We left school. School was fun, wasn't it? Was it? And then we knew that we were going to college. We seen that there was a football excellence course that offered us to be able to complete our football coaching badges, level 1 and 2. We're passionate about football as well as obviously the gym and helping people. Yeah, so we enrolled on that, and we enjoyed it, didn't we?
We did, and then as soon as we passed our qualifications on our football excellence course, it was getting to the end of our time at college and we were deciding what to do next. We didn't know whether to go to university, we didn't know whether to get just a normal job, but one thing's for sure is that we just wanted to be involved in sport and fitness and football, and we didn't want to let that go.
And we were very skinny in college as well, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
It wasn't until we kind of left college that we decided that the gym route was what we wanted to go down.
Before I started working as an apprentice, I remember going to the gym and I was intimidated because I didn't know what I was doing. I remember going into the weights room, doing chest press machine, and I remember a personal trainer coming up to me and saying, "Excuse me, I think you are doing it wrong, and you need to select a slightly lighter weight so you can do the technique properly."
And what did you do then?
Well, at the time, it was really good advice, so I put the weight down and I did the reps. But then I was always nervous going back into the gym because I felt like every time I was doing something, I would be told I was doing it wrong. It's only then when I started seeing what personal trainers were doing that I really actually, looking back now, I wish I knew the guy and I'd thank him because he showed me exactly how to do it and he was just trying to help. And I feel like I've taken that on with my own training, because then as soon as I started working in the gym and learning off the personal trainers, I started learning the importance of technique. So I started training right, I started asking about nutrition, so I started eating right, and then I started achieving my goals.
John had no doubt. John decided that the gym apprenticeship, he was going to do it, he was done. And I was still kind of left making that decision. Seeing that John went that way, I'd already got my coaching qualifications, and I thought, well, what would go great with that with some fitness qualifications. So then after John's leap of faith, which is normally the one who takes the first step, I decided to join.
I'd had enough of doing loads of class work, revision, that type of thing. And when I was leaving college, yeah, you're right, I had no idea what I was going to do. I was lost. I was looking at university courses thinking, what am I going to do? I have no idea which one to pick. And I was just doing it for the sake of it because I felt like that's how everybody else that's the progression you had to do once you left college. When we went to college, we were lucky enough that we had some amazing tutors, amazing coaches around us. I felt like it was almost like a sign.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, these coaches had been across the world, some of them played professional football, so they gave us a great lot of advice that we needed, and then we've taken that on now, so I think without those coaches helping us at that time, we could have been anywhere.
And we are big personalities, we're really outgoing, energetic, but there was at times where we did need to kind of scale it down and be a little bit more disciplined. And we kind of learnt that, not through by being in a classroom and studying through books, but just by working with these types of people, didn't we?
So while we were at college, we was doing BTEC sport and football excellence through the day, and then we decided to enroll on our first fitness qualification, and we went back there 2 times a week at night.
And then that summer leading up, we had to give up our summer holidays to do our level 2 at the time, didn't we?
Yeah.
So to be able to then in September enroll in our first gym apprentice. We first got our gym apprenticeship with Stockport Sports Trust. We were then assigned different gyms, weren't we? So obviously, same company, but different sites, which was a step that we wanted because at the time, we wanted to kind of go down our own paths. I was at one of the smallest sites in Stockport, Avondale, and where were you?
Hazel Grove.
Which was at the time, one of the biggest sites with lots of members.
So we'd never worked in a gym before, and the first thing they ask you when you go into your interview is, so why are you here? What is it you're passionate about? And the first thing we said was, I love football. Football coaching is what I want to do. So I've decided to get into the fitness industry because I believe that if I have my fitness qualifications alongside my football qualifications, I'll be able to have more chance of working in a professional club or working with professional players. And they were like, but they could see, I think they could see our enthusiasm. They could see the fact that we're energetic and that we wanted to get involved, and they took us on it. And then when we started becoming apprentices, yeah, you're right, they split us up.
The site I was getting, I was stacking vending machines, working on poolside, and every day I was speaking to John, who was like, oh wow, yeah, I've been smashing, been shadowing inductions, been doing fitness instructing, but that kind of showed the different scales of the sites. But all I knew when I was at that site was, I just wanted to get into the gym to show people what I could do. I just wanted to work with people. That's all I knew I wanted to do. Work with, the gym was tiny, but I just wanted to get in there and just show people my skills.
I was lucky enough when I was at Hazel Grove, or at the gym that I was at, I was lucky enough that I worked alongside some great personal trainers with lots of experience. So I was coming into work, and because I really wanted to learn, I was asking them so many questions about nutrition, training, asking them for advice. They were writing me programs in the gym and I would go off and do them. Because I was at a busier gym, Eddie would get home and he wasn't as busy, and he'd be like, how's your day been? And they'd be like, I was cleaning, I was doing this, I was doing this. What about yours? And I was like, oh my God, you should hear about my day.
And at the time, when obviously working in gym apprenticeship, we had a really good tutor who I kept making calls to, and I was like, oh, feeling a bit fed up really with lack of opportunities. And he told me to stick at it. Again, lucky to have some good people around me. And then one day I thought, you know what, I've had enough. So I spoke to the boss of Stockport Sports Trust at the time and said, look, I want to move. So they transferred me to Hazel Grove, and then the Nat, same as John, we started doing fitness instructing, started doing inductions and writing people programs. And that's where we got our real kind of base of working with, I mean, anyone with mixed abilities, fitness levels. You could have an induction, it could be an 18-year-old lad who wants to put muscle on. The next induction or program could be a 6-year-old woman just wanting to tone up. But that's where we really built up our experience and working with different people, didn't we?
We was working 30 hours a week, then we started doing a bit of personal training. We got that busy with personal training that I realised that I hadn't had enough hours in the day to get everybody in. So I was nervous at first, I didn't know what to do. I felt like it was being a massive jump, just getting rid of all my gym hours and becoming a freelance. It hadn't been done before from an apprentice to go through as apprentices to fitness instructing and then to become a freelance personal trainer where you drop your hours. So I spoke to the guy who was in charge of the Stockport Sports Trust at the time and told him that I was thinking about doing it. He said, go for it, you know, you're busy, you should definitely go do it. So that's what I did.
Soon after seeing John go down that road, building up his client base, having a bit more luxury in terms of free time, I thought, you know what, I want to do the same. I was building up my client base. So I then made the step, and then we both become freelance personal trainers.
So Eddie was Eddie personal trainer, I was John personal trainer, and then we decided that we are a lot stronger if we just team up together. And that's what we did, so we became Train with Adby.
Finished at the commercial gyms, moved to more private facilities where we could grow a client base in a completely different sort of environment without treadmills and stuff like that.
But as soon as you leave that gym setup, the only way that you can pick up clients is through word of mouth and through social media. And we were lucky enough that our results that we got with our clients, word of mouth, and we started to get becoming busier and busier. We'd then say to our clients who was also members at other gyms that they could go to whenever they like, and we'd say, so you've trained with us once a week, how many times have you been to the gym on your own?
And they would say, oh, I've not been to the gym since I last seen you last week.
Why?
For one reason or another, they couldn't get to the gym. And one of the main reasons I would say is because it's very hard to replicate what you do in a personal trainer session with us, to then go to a normal gym and try and create that is just two completely different things.
Exactly, it's busy, people hogging the equipment, you don't know what you're doing.
So we were sat there and we were thinking, well, how can we get even better results for our clients? How can we help them become more consistent and help them achieve the goals? So that's when we both decided to come up with more of a group personal training system that allowed our clients not just to see us once a week, but can train us 3 times a week. Finished college, started as apprentices, then we went to fitness instructing, personal training, moved to different facilities. We grew our client base that big that we then we saw the opportunity at Chadker industrial site. We knew that there was a facility there that come available. We checked it out and we said, right, this is where Train with Adby Gym is going to start. We seen a facility come available, it was perfect. We then looked at each other and thought, right, this is where Train with Adby Gym's going to be. Having all that experience of working in commercial gyms, private gyms, we knew that now we've got our own facility, we can create the best gym in the world.
And the easy option for us was to get a 9-to-5 job and just give up our dreams of being well-known personal trainers and helping as many people as we can. One thing we've always been fortunate enough is that we've got each other, and that even there were days where I was feeling down about it, Eddie would lift me and say, no, come on. And I look back now at those times and I feel like we were so fortunate enough to have each other to say, come on, we can keep going. And that's what drove us on.
And I think that kind of sums us up as what we like as personal trainers, and what clients get when they're part of our team is that we show that same sort of commitment in terms of what we show each other.
Yeah.
But with our clients, in terms of their goals, we show them that belief on days where they don't feel up for it or they feel like they can't achieve it. We're the ones saying, yes, you can. You know, we care about your goals. We want you to care about yourself. And that's why we're so good at getting the results that we do.
The gym shouldn't be about going to the gym all on your own, you know, playing music in your headphones. It should be about making new friends, feeling better. And a lot of people who suffer with depression or anxiety and stuff, the gym can make them feel amazing. And it's important that they feel that way about the gym and not go to it and feel negative or feel down.
And for us, it's all about having that experience. And that's why when clients immediately step foot in our gym, we want to give them the Train with Adby experience of feeling amazing, feeling unstoppable, feeling loved. There was a time where I was training in the gym myself about 5-6 times a week, almost putting my own training at times at #1 as a priority. And then it kind of dawned on me that, you know, my balance wasn't right. If I put more effort into my business and into my clients, more than what I do myself, then not only will my business excel, but also the reputation and my clients' goals and their progress.
From the outside in, as a personal trainer, you look at somebody and you think they're training their client and it's really easy. But what you don't see is the advertising that they have to put in on their own, the planning of the sessions, the research on nutrition, training, programs, and experimenting ourselves of living the code. So it's all those things that we have to put in more time to deliver even better results for our clients.
So then we soon realised, if we got a better balance with our training, we also got a better balance with our work, which then means we've got a better balance with our life. And once you've got all them factors in place, that's when you really make the best progress. We changed as not just personal trainers, but almost taking on that mentor role, which I learned through coaching at Manchester United Soccer Schools and my coaches through college that we touched on before, to see the potential in somebody else and give them that belief that we give ours. Like, we have clients now who was my client years ago, Matty Yeoman, seeing that he was living the code, loved fitness, and could really have a good potential career in it. So pushed him to do his fitness qualifications just like I did when I first started. He was a client of ours, trained through the Train with Adby groups, and now he's a fully established personal trainer with clients and working at our gym, which is amazing really for him and for us to kind of show that our full circle in terms of believing in somebody else like someone believed in us.
Since starting out as apprentices in 2009, we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of the fitness industry.
And we've used that experience to create the ultimate Train with Adby gym. And we want to continue helping as many people as we can for the rest of our journey,
achieve their goals and change their lives
forever.
It's emotional.
It's been emotional.